Balance, and welcome to the Expanded Star YouTube page. My name is Rose. For some of you guys that may not know me, and in today's video we're gonna do the October zodiac readings. But this specific video is gonna be for all my Scorpios out there. So peace to all my Scorpios and welcome to your August reading. Now without further ado, let's get right into the video. So what do we know about Scorpios? Scorpios are fixed water sign, fixated on its own water, emotion, and feelings. So Scorpios are fixated on their own way of dealing with emotions, and feelings, right? And Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Yeah, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, which deals with deep desire, deep will, power, deep transformation, basically. And Scorpio also rules the 8th house, the house of desire, which deal with transformation, sexuality, change, sex, death, rebirth, addiction, psychology, mysticism. And yeah, so that can tell you already that Scorpios are fixated on their own way of dealing with emotion, feelings, regard to whatever they're passionate about, the desires, the will, transformation, so basically they're very passionate, they have a lot of willpower, they have a lot of intentions and motivation, and they also deal with a lot of secrecy. So Scorpio are kind of like, think of a scorpion, they small but yet dangerous because they contain venom, so it's a scorpion will not attack anybody unless you attack them, and as Scorpios we're so deep with our feelings, and our emotions that not everybody can handle being in a relationship with us, because not only do we tend to shy away from society or from big crowds, but we're very emotional, so therefore that makes us psychic. Not only psychic, but we're able to absorb other people energy in a sense, and we take a lot of it. And because we are Scorpios, which is the water sign, fixated, we tend to hold in on all of those emotions, all of those energies that we get from other people, and that can be detrimental to our health, to a well-being, emotionally, psychologically, and all that. So it's really important that if you're Scorpio, you be around people that allow you to be free, to have your own space, and to just allow you to deal with that dark aspect of yourself, because not everybody can understand us, not everybody can actually deal with us, so we tend to be kind of loners in a sense, or we just don't have a lot of people in our lives, because of that. We kind of careful whom we allow in our space, because we're aware of the type of energy that we carry, whether we're aware of it or not. But subconsciously we all are as Scorpio. So when we feel any kind of way, we always have to shy away so we can recharge, so if you're around people that are too smuggly, that always want to be space, that it can get very overwhelming, because you need a lot of alone time, to reflect, to recharge, and all that. So Scorpios deal with the dark, mysticism, dark stuff, basically what people may consider as dark stuff, but that makes them a lot wiser, because they tend to go through different situations. They always go through different transformations in their life, especially when they don't have control over the emotions. We always go through dark times. We always have something to learn from. Therefore that makes us wise, and we're able to show other people exactly what to do, what not to do. That's why if you're a Scorpio, you probably have people that always come to you and for advice, because you've been through a lot of stuff, you know, throughout your existence on this plane. You always gone through transformation, you know, transformative circumstances. And they do say that Scorpios, you know, we deal with sex, you know, sexuality and all that. That's just to let you know that, you know, not every Scorpio express the sexuality just like that, because we're not only private, you know, there's certain things that we keep, you know, privately, and some of us is a sexual, you know, a sexuality basically we tend to keep hidden, or some are more exposed with it depending on the other alignments, you know. But when it comes to sexuality, that just lets you know that, you know, as a Scorpio, you need to have you need these things in order for you to feel balanced. You know, you need sexuality, you need to go through transformation, you need to go through rebirth, you need to go through, you know, like certain things so you can be balanced. Because if you restrict yourself from going through transformation, you know, from be sexually active, from, you know, anything of that sort, you always gonna end up manifesting that, because that's what your spirit feed off. You know, that's how your spirit, you know, stays alive, because it has to go through these different things, you know, in order for it to not be too overwhelmed or overconsumed by its, you know, life or itself or the emotions and the feelings, you know. So that's our way of releasing, going through new experiences, going through transformations, you know, expressing a sexuality, you know, whether it's how we move, how we look, you know, how we express ourselves, or just physically, you know, how we interact, you know, with another partner, or whatever it may be. We have to express this aspect of ourselves, you know, because when we restrict that, we're not being ourselves, you know. So that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, Scorpios are sex addict and all that people be talking about. No, we just have a lot of sexual energy, you know. So that's the thing. So enough for Scorpios. So now let's get right into the tarot card reading. Scorpio. Oh yeah, this is gonna be for all Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Pluto. And maybe Mars. No, and Mars. So Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Pluto, and Mars in Scorpio. If that's your alignment, then this reading is for you. Okay. You kind of got the same reading as Leo. Okay. Whoa. All right, so I got the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. I got the Knight of Sword. I got the Knight of Sword. The Six of Swords. The Five of Wands. The Four of Wands. The World. And the Sun. Okay, so based on what I'm seeing, you know, just putting everything as it came out, you have to let go of something too. With the Six and Knight of Swords, you have to not only let go of something, but you have to. It's like rushing out of a situation, rushing out of a circumstance, rushing out of, you know, an emotion, a thought, but rushing out. I'm getting a lot of rushing energy. Maybe you're trying to rush to finish a project, or you're trying to rush to get yourself out of a situation, or rush yourself, rush you moving away from something, whether it be an environment or a certain thought or a certain belief, but you rushing. It's some kind of rush, and also you are kind of like going through some emotional term, like something emotionally. You're going through something emotional, and it's like because you were forced to get out of a certain situation, you weren't prepared, so you're kind of dealing with the whole process. You're dealing with everything that has taken place, and you're trying to just figure everything out. You're trying to make sense of your circumstance, your situation. And what I'm getting is that it's a necessary process. You needed to be removed from that environment, from that space that you're in, whether it be mentally, physically, all that. You needed to be removed from it, immediately, right? So you can prepare, so you can go into a new space, and you can now gain the support that you need. Because I'm getting a lot of support with the 5 of Wands. You manifesting with other people, or with your spirit guides are helping you manifest. But I'm mostly getting like support from other people. Maybe like you joining forces with somebody, so you can go through this door together, and away from the world. You're moving forward with somebody, so you can experience better things for yourself. But you had to go through this. You had to go through this change that shook you. You felt as though it was pretty fast. Everything just went on fast. Everything is moving fast, and it's like you're trying to figure everything out, but it's like you don't have no time. It's like the moment you start to think like this is what is going on, something else happened that makes you even doubt whatever you were thinking before, and you keep putting yourself in that space of like, is this really this? Is this like this? You're trying to figure every single thing out, but you need to chillax, you need to relax, you need to trust the universe that is guiding you into a better space, and it is better for you coming forward or moving forward, because you're gonna get a lot of support, and you coming together with somebody and walking through through the door, through a certain portal that takes you into a different space, shying away from the world, not by yourself now, but with somebody else. So you're joining forces with somebody, so you guys can go on this journey together, but you have to be removed from this space. And I'm getting like you're getting support from a lot of feminine energy, whether it be a lot of feminine energy, whether it be your spirit guide, your higher self, or somebody in your life. But you are getting a lot of support, and you guys are helping each other build something for yourselves, whether you're aware of it or not. Every pieces you move, every move that you take, every move that you make is a step further into you gaining something. So don't think that any work that you're putting in right now is not enough, or is not working, or you don't see the benefit. But yeah, don't think that anything that you're doing is not enough. It's very much enough. You could always put more effort into it if you want, but you can always put the effort in, but just know whatever you're doing is actually playing a big part into achieving success. No matter how slow the process is, don't give up on yourself. Know that you got support, and know that there's better things ahead for you. And that's with the world, bringing all elements together, utilizing all the elements available for you, all the tools available to you, so you can manifest the world, a world for yourself. You always have the ability to restrict yourself or free yourself. Either way, it's your choice. Whatever works best for you, whatever is gonna help you achieve better success, or anything in general for yourself, you have the ability to make the choice, you know. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be confident about yourself, you know. You can't have no, like, get rid of any shame, any uncomfortability, you know, any superficiality, you know. Just be real, be you, be free, you know, and know how powerful you are, and know what you are very much capable of. Then once you realize that, you'll be able to now, you know, use everything that is available to you to start manifesting the world that you would like for yourself, you know, and express and experience joy and experience happiness, you know. Express being seen, being witnessed, being enlightened by your experience. Become enlightened by your experience, basically, you know. Be passionate, you know. Get lost in your childlike self, in anything that you may be passionate about, you know. Put time into it, you know. You'll see the benefits of it, but don't give up, you know. You have a lot of support, and you have a choice, you know. So know what you're capable of, and know that everything is happening for a reason, you know. Every experience that you have is to allow you to gain some kind of knowledge, happiness. You're always going to gain something from everything, whether it be a good or bad experience, you know. And it's always going to be a door opening to take you into a different space, and you have to be ready, no matter how the circumstance or situation might look, you know. Everything has divine timing. Everything is happening in divine time, you know. So don't get too lost in the situation or how it look, and focus on whatever it is that, you know, is actually happening. You know, what are you learning from the situation, you know? What are you learning? Trying to see. Okay, y'all a little bit all over the place. It's like y'all kind of going, y'all have a lot of energy. Sometimes it's like low and you don't feel like doing anything. Sometimes it gets really high and you get this ton of energy, you don't know what to do with it. I'm getting grounded, you know. Ground yourself. Trying to find a way to ground yourself, you know. Ground yourself. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, grounding. You ground yourself, you know. There's different way to ground yourself, but I realized one thing that works for me, and I'm a Scorpio sun too, even though I'm a Scorpio cusp sign, you know, but it's still it applies, of course. But one thing that helps me is, you know, walking barefoot on the ground. That's what I usually do when I feel as though I have too much going on and I can't control my emotions or whatever it is that's going on with me. I then go and ground myself, and it really helps being out and about in nature, you know, and just getting some sunlight, you know, or just taking a shower, you know, can help a lot. But mostly walking barefoot. So I'm getting grounding. Ground yourself, you know. Take some time away for yourself so you can ground yourself, so you can recover, so you can just, you know, just let go and be in the moment, you know. Be in the moment, letting go, walking away from whatever it is, you know. Bring all your emotion into, like, Utilize it to create something, some kind of foundation for yourself. Bring it into, get that fluid, that emotion, whatever, bring it into physicality. Make it physical. Put it into something physical. You know, whatever you're feeling, whatever, instead of wasting it into crying, into, you know, just complaining and all that. Utilize it and put it into something, that put all that energy into something, create something with it, you know, and you will see the benefit of it, instead of just wasting it and just feeling, just give, you know, putting it, pushing it out, you know, and not having control over it. But utilize it, okay? Utilize it. And the Two of Cups again, with the coming together of two, the coming together of two energies to create something, you know. So that's what is going on right now. I'm also getting marriage for some of you Scorpios. So maybe y'all getting married, or y'all getting into a new relationship, or in a new partnership with somebody, or you're creating with somebody. You know, basically you guys have support, or are supporting each other, you know, throughout your journey, and helping each other manifest, you know, and just combine, a lot of combination, like a lot of combining, a lot of working together, a lot of support is what I'm getting, you know. So you're putting a lot of time into grounding. You're putting a lot of time, or you have to put a lot of time into grounding yourself, you know, getting rid of anything that does not serve you anymore, you know, of anything that is, you know, creating chaotic, you know, experiences, you know, internally and externally for you, you know, and just removing yourself and allowing yourself to just go on this journey to finding yourself, finding your truth, finding your family, finding, you know, whatever is for you, you know, instead of just dwelling on whatever is not, and whatever has been keeping you still and keeping you in that loop, basically, you know. And you kind of focusing on yourself and discovering your power, you know, and you're gonna start meeting people, you know, that's gonna, you know, support you and love you for you know, and help you create and manifest the world, you know, for yourself, you know, because you sure need to have some kind of, you need as Scorpios, we need a time, we need a space, we need a time, you know, to just deal with our own stuff, because we're fixated on our own way of feeling it, you know. So we don't have time to just take on other people's emotion, you know, or trying to baby somebody else's, you know, like, or cater to somebody else's emotional, you know, frustration or feelings, when we have a lot more that we deal with, you know. So we need a time to recharge, take care of our emotion or whatever it is that we got going, you know, before we take care of anybody else, you know. So if you're around people that doesn't understand that about you, you're always gonna go through emotional turmoil, and everybody's always gonna see you just flipping out and just acting a certain way and not really understand, or taking the time to understand. But they will immediately try to control you, trying to, you know, change you, trying to get you to just act the way they want you to act, because, you know, they don't understand, or they feel as though you're too chaotic, or they feel as though you're not good or enough as you are, that you need to be somebody else, you know. So a lot of us Scorpio, we feel very much misunderstood a lot, because we require a lot, but we don't also, you know. All we require is just some peaceful time to ourselves, or a lot of peaceful time to ourselves, you know. But 27, which justice is coming, you know. So maybe you've been hurt by somebody, you know, and justice is coming. The universe is vouching for you. The universe is coming to bring justice to anybody that has hurt you, you know, to anybody that has pained you, that has caused you, you know, harm, you know. Yeah, justice is coming, man. So don't worry, you know, don't worry about anything. Just focus on yourself, focus on your healing, you know. Focus on your healing, So somebody, two, representing somebody, created a situation towards though, like, you have to go through this learning experience, you know. You have to go through this learning experience, and it's somebody else that created that. Maybe it was some was said, some was done to you by somebody else that created that allowed that internal fire of yours to just spark up and just burn that connection that you two had and separated you guys. Because, you know, I'm getting there was some kind of, you know, an argument or, you know, a separation of some sort regarding somebody else, and it created a learning experience for you. But that needed to happen, because then you have the Five of Heart, you know, a lot of growth, a lot of, you know, regeneration, a lot of growth. You're going through, you know, an expansion process, an ascension process, you know, and you very much going, you create a lot of abundance for yourself, whether you're aware of it or not, you know. As long as you focus on your heart, focus on healing your heart, you know, and just being at peace with yourself, you know, whew, man. Again, 6 of Heart, 6, you're joining of 2 energy to create, you know, something, you know, some manifestation, growth, you know, yeah, you know. So a lot of growth, a lot of wealth, a lot of, you know, rejuvenation, you know. You kind of like going through that change, that you know, allowing you to come into your full self, you know. Because maybe you were around people that, you know, were really matching your frequency or anything like that, and now the change that you're going through is to bring you closer to yourself, allow you to just be and just manifest. Man, getting like being thankful, you know, being thankful for the experience, being thankful for the journey, you know, not to dwell too much on the negative aspect of it, but look at the positivity within it, you know, what you learn from it, the benefit of it, you know. Don't focus too much on the loss, but focus on the gain. Yes, the infinite is what I put, and transformation. Yeah, y'all going through some type of transformation, coming back to center, you know, you blooming, you becoming yourself, your winds are growing, you're transforming into the beautiful being that you always been. You know, people dimmed your light, people just came into your space, came into your home, and just create disorder into it, you know, locked you in a cage towards the you lost yourself, you lost sense of self, you know, you lost the true meaning of love, your true meaning of beauty, you know. And you went through whatever you went through that transformation so you can become whole, so you can discover how infinite, you know, how powerful you are, how much infinite potential you have, you know. Allowing your wings to spread, and just allowing you to be free and feel yourself, have that connection with yourself, that connection with you know, the universe, you know, your higher self, or all aspect of you know. So that's what I'm getting with these cards. Like, you're going through an ascension process, you're going through transformation that needs to be done, because you play a big part into something, and you need to be brought whole so you can then start playing your part into the changes, into the process, you know, of life, you know. But you can't do that until you get yourself together, until you heal certain part of you, you know. And you very much have that support from the universe. The universe is actually helping you do that. So I'm going to read the interpretation from the Beyond Maria book and see what they have to say, since I always resonate with what they have to say. So let's see, we have 49. The beings in Lemuria are said to have lived for many hundreds of years, as they were only partially incarnated. The bodies were much lighter, less physically actualized, and less affected by aging. They were also aware of their infinite nature. The Lemurians were multi-dimensional beings and regularly traversed realms other than the physical, including the places before and after death. As we become aware that we are so much more than our physical bodies, we may experience a sense of the eternal. Thus, fear around death gives way to recognizing new beginnings. So we remember what is real and focus on what we wish for this life. Whatever we believe will happen when our body goes back to the earth, we can live to the fullest while we are here in this incarnation. You may feel like you have led many lives and expressed different faces to the world. We can experience many deaths and rebirths as we allow outdated parts of ourselves to fall away. When we choose to align our lives with our spirit, we may find we experience more of these many deaths. They can be daunting, but are fast-tracking our growth to prepare us for the shining new chapter that beacons. This card of rebirth can appear after challenges that have required a level of surrender. You have arise at the beginning, revel in your newfound inner freedom. Blockages have fallen away, doors are opening, and there are opportunities to step into. Stretch your wings and see how far they can reach. Rise from the ashes like a phoenix, born anew, ready for a new cycle of growth. Celebrate, honor the road that brought you here, and prepare to take flight with the tools you have gathered through your innovation process. Focusing on the bigger picture. Don't get too lost on, oh, this happened, this how I feel and everything. Like, it's okay to acknowledge it. It's okay to feel it, but don't get too lost in it. And be aware of what exactly was taking place or is taking place. You're going through something that you have to learn from. You have to gain wisdom from the circumstance, and you have to utilize all that you learn to take, and move forward with it, so you can utilize it with whatever experience that you have to go through next. Learn from your situation. Don't get lost in the situation, if that makes sense. But then we have transformation. This painting started with the name, I needed a hug, so I painted one. During the creation process, the image underwent a profound transformation that paralleled the journey I was taking deep within myself. This card signifies going inwards and be truly present with whatever you are at in your process. It emits a sense of self-nurture and space that is held as a container for a delicate and vulnerable gestation periods. The final image is filled with blessings, like an angelic embrace. This card emanates from the being, implying that she is creating it for herself. The most powerful healing comes from a place of presence and acceptance for all that doesn't try to fix anything or push things away. Feel whatever you need to feel. It may be hard to be present with some part of yourselves. Bring them into a cocoon of gentle self-love and reflection, and insight will come. The shadows can be released, and your heart space will soften. Cry or be angry if this is what you are holding on to, and laugh at the hilarious, ironic, divine perfection of it all. This card beckons you beyond your constructed outer self, where you can delve into the beautiful abyss of your being. Revel in the twilight before the dawn and let your wings unfurl. So, with everything that was presented to you, the main thing, you know, you're going through during this month of October is you kind of allowing the process of things to take place. Don't try to be too in control of your situation, you know, kind of go with it, you know. And I know it's not easy. You may be going through some stuff, and the one thing that may come to us is, I want to get out, want it to stop. But it's like, look at everything that is taking place. You know, see what you can learn from the situation, about yourself, about other people, you know, or about it in general, you know, and see exactly what it is that, you know, what exactly it is that you need to, you know, take action towards, you know, based on the experience, you know. So if you're going through something and you don't have your own space, that can tell you, okay, you need to start building up so you can, you know, use that experience to drive you towards achieving something that will take you into your own space, you know, in a better space, basically, so you will stop experiencing that. Whatever it is, just look at the bigger picture of it and utilize it for your benefit, because you're going through a transformation process, you know. So you don't want to hinder that transformation from happening, so you can be in your own way too, you know. Learn how to listen, how to be still, learn how to just, you know, take whatever time you need to delve into your feelings, cry, you know, yell, whatever it is. You have the right to feel however you feel about your experiences, you know, because nobody lived your life. Everybody just experienced your life. Nobody lived it. You're the one living it. You're the one feeling it. You're the one, you know, like going through whatever you're going through, you know. So don't think about anybody else right now, but focus on yourself. Whatever you're going through, know that it's okay, but know that you have to embrace the change. You have to embrace the process. You have to embrace the experience, because you're going through a transformation, and you need to allow yourself to go through that so you can start experiencing better things for yourself and become whole, you know, and become one with self, you know, and start walking in your power, you know, and being in your power, you know. So that's the overall message, you know. That's the overall thing that you're learning throughout this October. And I do, you know, hope you see the benefit of it truly, you know, because I know it's not easy. It's really not easy, but you have to know how powerful of a being you are. The more power you gain, the more experiences you have to go through, you know, the more things you have to learn, you know. And you are a Scorpio, so you're always going to go through transformations, and you need to be used to it already. So know that, and stay you, stay true as always, and I'll catch you in my next video. I'm gonna move forward to Sagittariuses, and until next time, peace and balance always.